One of the systems we use here on campus is called Blackboard. And if you're not familiar with what Blackboard is, or a learning management system, it's an area that's digitally accessible by students and faculty to be able to get course information. So once you get to Blackboard, you can click that on your current students page, just that Blackboard link, and then you're going to get to a screen that has Blackboard. Now, the login will be your user account and username and password. We'll sort about that in a second, but there's a lot of things that can happen here. You'll have information about like discussion boards, posting of syllabi, posting of documents you might read, case studies. You'll have testing. You'll have assignment turn-in. There's just a lot of information that you can pull from Blackboard. Think about it as a digital classroom that's associated with the normal classes you're going to. Now, take note that not all faculty members use Blackboard across campus. It's more optional for certain programs. So it's going to be a little different depending on who your instructor is and how they use that program. Now, in an Instructional Technology Center, we do work with certain faculty that are interested in using Blackboard. So if you have a faculty member that's not using Blackboard and you'd like to see that happen, make sure you tell them to visit us over in the Instructional Technology Center, and we're going to help them out in building that digital side of their class. So when you get to the Blackboard's login screen, put in your information, and also note that there's going to be some announcements that will pop up underneath that login screen. So those are pretty important. Sometimes we have some downtimes when we need to update the system, or there might just be some important information we need to pass along to you. But once you get into the system, you're going to get to some screen that looks like this. Now there's a lot that's going on here. This is the first screen within the system. It's a dashboard, and it's going to feed in information from all of your courses. Now one thing you'll note is that all of the different courses are going to be in that My Courses tab right there. So it's going to have any courses for the last 2 calendar years. Now, one thing that you can do, and you can't see it on this screenshot, but if you highlight your mouse and you click on this little gear that would show up here, you have the ability to toggle, rearrange, and show off the various different classes that you want to show in Blackboard. Another thing to note, though, is that classes that are shown in Blackboard are not indicative of what classes you're enrolled in. So if an instructor doesn't turn on their class, you may never see it in Blackboard. Always go and check in your pause account, and that shows you what your current classes you're registered for are. So don't assume that because you're seeing a class in Blackboard that you're actually in that class. Sometimes you might be a GA or a TA in a particular class, and an instructor will enroll you in their Blackboard so you can help out with some of the grading. So just be aware that Blackboard is a really robust system for a lot of things. So let's just jump into a quick class to see what it looks like. So this is just an example of a nursing class we have here on campus, and you can see it looks a little different. They have their own little flare on the left-hand side there. You'll notice that it has a menu structure, and the first thing that you get into is your announcements. But it's pretty much like a website, personal to you and the rest of your class, and then you can migrate through the various aspects of the course. So a Start Here button on this one, some course questions, you'll have the final exam, all the different modules for the class. So this menu might look a tad bit different depending on what course you're taking here at CSU-Pueblo.